Welcome to the Let's Talk About Talking podcast with your host, Adrienne Fuller, language and communications expert for kids of all ages. On this podcast, we talk about speech, language, and all things happening with your child, giving you specific tactical information you can use to help your kids talk, listen, and thrive in their academic journey.
Happy Wednesday. You know what today is? Today is nap time, chat time. And this is the time I have set aside for my parents. I hope I'm not am I too high, too low? Our parents for when your child is napping. If you're not napping, that's what my mom always says. Like, when you have the baby, when they sleep, you sleep. But if you're not sleeping and you have questions about their development or anything speech and language or kind of anything, I've been working with kids forever. So I'm always open to have answer any questions, and let's talk about life too. So today I wanted to talk to you about two things. I won't be on very long today. But remember, October 11th is when my book comes out, 30 Days to Get Your Toddler Talking. Remember, it's going to be a 30-day, step-by-step, easy-to-follow plan for to work with your own child. So I believe that I love speech therapy. I see it work so often, and I also know the benefits of it. And I also know the huge benefits of parents become and us, the speech therapists, becoming a team. Because if the parent can carry over what we're doing in therapy, it makes progress just that much faster. So even if your child's already in speech and you want something pretty structured you want to do with your child, remember this book is for kids 18 months to 3 years old that aren't quite talking or expressing themselves the way you want them to. So in many times many clinics are on a wait list. Now, Speech Builders, we don't have a wait list. We like to stay ready. We love for everyone to come to our clinic if they're a good fit. But if you have some downtime or they say, it's going to be a month wait before you can get an eval, you can grab this book and get started and try to lay some groundwork anyway. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're not, if you want to, you can do this in as little as 5 to 20 minutes every night. So right after you get home from work or after dinner, you can do these activities and you would still see really, really great progress. Okay. So today, remember, that's out October 11th, and that is always in the link in Instagram. Remember, Miss ABSLP, and I'm coming to you from Speech Builder, Speech and Language Therapy. And so today I wanted to talk about what should your 1 and 2 year old be doing. So when we talk about language as speech pathologists, there's two sides of language. There's a receptive side, so their ability to take language in, your child's ability to take language in, and the expressive language side, which is their ability to express themselves and to express themselves, talking or pointing or anything like that. So let's talk about receptive language, because a lot of times some kids have difficulty with receptive language, and parents often say, they're not being obedient, or they don't always listen to what I say. But sometimes I really feel like they don't quite understand. So receptive language, between 1 and 2 years old, your child should be doing at least these five things, okay? If you ask them to point to a body part, they'll do it. Point to your eyes. Show me your nose. Show me your tummy, okay? And remember, when we think about receptive language, my goal is, and I always tell parents, you want to say it one time and wait. A lot of times, especially when we're evaluating kids, we'll do something like, hey, what's this? And then the parent will take over. What's this? You know what it is. Say it. You know what it is. Show it to me. Tell me. And it's like, well, let the kid think about it. So When you ask them to point to a body part, they'll do it. They can also follow one-step directions like, hey, throw the ball, or come here, or go to your dad. Anything like that, one step. Now, if it's a lot, hey, go to your room and grab your toy. That's two step. But just one step, they should be able to do that at this point. Also, if you're asking them simple question, who's that? What's this? Are they able to tell you? Are they able to listen to stories, songs, or rhymes? And my thing is, are they able to listen to it? Like if you read the book, maybe not necessarily on YouTube or on an app or on a tablet. Those things are great, but are they able to do that if someone just engages them face to face? And also, if you're reading a book with your child, if you name the object, hey, where's the tree? Show mommy the tree, show mommy the ball, show mommy the sun. Are they able to do some of those? So that is what your child should be doing receptive wise. By age 2, they should do all of those things. That's not, I'm turning 2, about to turn 3. By age 2, they should be doing those things. Let's talk about some things they should be doing expressive language wise. So they should be using new words. In fact, to you, it should feel like they're adding new words to their vocabulary pretty regularly. So if you feel like, okay, they say mama and daddy, but that's it, and you haven't heard any new words in a while, that could be a trigger that we need a little bit of extra, a little bit of poke, or you need to delve for more information, whether that's getting the book and doing the exercises in the book, or talking to your pediatrician about it. So I will never say that this book will replace speech therapy. But there are some parents that are they're not sure what to do. So I wanted to take the guesswork out of it. Okay. Your 18-month-old should have at least 20 words. So if you have a quiet moment, start to jot down. I'm still very much a paper and pencil girl, but start to jot down the words that you hear your child saying. Put it in your phone. Like, oh yeah, he says mama. Oh, he says that. Especially if you're going to talk to your pediatrician anyway. In the evaluation process, we ask parents this all the time. And sometimes of course, in our day-to-day dealings, we're kind of it washes over us. But when we sit down and ask a parent, sometimes it's like, And if you have that list already, it's always so helpful. Also, they should be able to start to make the P, B, M, H, and W in words. So ball, puzzle, man, things like M words, P words, B words, those are what we call bilabial sounds. So they're probably the easiest sounds to make. And usually that's where, if you think about what words did your child start making at first? Mama, daddy. So also your child should start to name pictures in books. Now, it may not be 100% clear, but they should be able to start to name them, and then asking questions. Your child should ask questions. What's that? Who's there? Or what's that? So that is what your child should be doing. Now, I'm not here to make you nervous or upset. If you find that your child's not doing these things, I'm saying it's time for a little bit of further investigation. Many times, sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's the child's, just it's on their own timetable. But we don't subscribe to let's wait and see. We subscribe to let's just go ahead and see. So if you ever have a question about your child, I am of the, hey, let's get the information, because often when you're ready for the information, appointments have to be made, referrals have to be, you have to get those. And so if you're at the point where you're ready for the information, I do see some parents get frustrated because they're like, well, they want to know now, but maybe it was recommended, 6 months ago. So if it's recommended to you and you're not sure, think about it, pray about it, sit with it, but then go ahead and make the appointments, because you can always cancel appointments. It's harder to get them once you really, really want them. So I think that's really good advice, if I do say so myself.
You've been listening to the Let's Talk About Talking podcast with your host, Adrienne Fuller, language and communications expert for kids of all ages. You can grab Adrienne's book, 30 Days to Get Your Toddler Talking, on Amazon or at speechbuilders.org.